Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a technology that is seriously changing the game in everything from car restoration to heavy industry. We're talking about laser cleaning. But here's the kicker. We're going to show you how to get your hands on this advanced tech for way less than you think. Let's just start with the number that really matters to any business owner, 30 to 40%. That's the typical saving you're looking at when you buy a laser cleaning machine directly from the factory. So how on earth does that work? Well, let's break it all down.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll get into what makes laser cleaning such a smarter way to work. Then we'll unpack the core tech you need to know, pulse versus continuous wave. From there, we'll walk you through picking the perfect machine, show you exactly how that factory direct model saves you so much cash, and wrap up by showing you how to buy safely from a top-tier manufacturer.
All right, let's jump in. Section 1, a smarter way to clean. For decades, what were the options, really? You had messy, abrasive sandblasting or dealing with hazardous chemical baths. Sure, they work, but they come at a price. You're constantly buying materials, you risk damaging the parts, and the cleanup is a nightmare.
This is where laser cleaning just completely flips the script. Just look at this list. The biggest thing here is you stop buying consumables. No more sand, no more chemicals, no more paying to get rid of the waste. The laser does all the work without even touching the base material, which means you get incredible precision. And the number that really matters for your bottom line, a 70 to 90% drop in operating costs. The return on investment on that is just crazy fast.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, because not all lasers are the same. If you're going to make a smart investment, you absolutely have to get the difference between the two main types, pulse and continuous wave.
First up, we've got the pulse laser. The best way to think of this is like a surgeon's scalpel. It shoots out these incredibly short, super high-energy bursts. They literally vaporize rust, paint, or oil right off the surface, but with almost zero heat. It's all about precision and finesse.
And then you have the complete opposite, the continuous wave, or CW laser. This thing is an industrial power washer. It just delivers a constant, steady beam of energy. It's not about being delicate, it's about raw power and speed. It's perfect for just blasting heavy rust off big, tough steel structures. And this table just lays out the trade-offs perfectly. Pulse gives you that super high precision with basically no risk of damage, so it's awesome for delicate jobs. CW is way faster and cheaper, but you're going to want to use it on tough materials that can take a little bit of heat. The rule of thumb is really simple. If you can't afford to damage the part, you need pulse. If speed is the name of the game, CW is your tool.
Okay, so that's the tech, but how do you actually pick the right machine for your business? Honestly, it just boils down to answering two very simple questions.
Question number one, and this is the most important one, it goes right back to that pulse versus CW conversation. What is the actual job you're going to be doing day in and day out?
This chart here makes it so easy. Are you restoring old furniture or cleaning delicate car parts? Well, you're looking right at a pulse laser. Is your business all about cleaning rust off ship hulls or giant steel beams? Then you are firmly in high-power CW territory. It's simple. The job tells you what technology you need.
And of course, you knew it was coming. Question number two is always about the money. Now, these machines are a real investment, for sure, but the price range is probably a lot wider than you'd think.
This chart makes it super clear. You can actually get into the game with a powerful CW machine for under $5,000. Now, if you need that high-precision pulse tech, you're usually starting in that $5,000 to $10,000 range for a really solid machine. The main takeaway here is your investment is going to scale right along with the power and the precision you need for your work.
So this brings us right back to that huge 30 to 40% saving we started with. Let's really look at the numbers and build a financial case for going factory direct.
This bar chart tells the whole story. Let's take a super common 200-watt pulse laser. Directly from the factory, you're talking around $7,500. That exact same machine on Amazon or eBay, over $10,000. And from a local distributor, you could easily pay $12,500 or more. You're not saving a little bit here. You are cutting out entire layers of middlemen.
So how is that even possible without sacrificing quality? Well, that's the thing. It's not about lower quality. They're using the same key parts, like JPT or Raycus laser sources, that you'll find in the big-name brands. The savings come from cutting out the fat. There's no distributor markup, no retail costs, just a super efficient supply chain. You're paying for the technology, not the sales network.
Okay, I know what some of you are probably thinking.
Buying a big piece of industrial equipment from a factory halfway across the world, that sounds kind of risky, right? But let's pull back the curtain on this process, because a professional manufacturer has this down to a science.
Just look at these steps. This whole thing is designed for transparency and to build your trust. It starts with a simple chat. You get a formal written quote. You can even send them your own parts to test so you can see the results for yourself. They'll send you photos and videos of your specific machine being tested before you pay the final bill. It's a clear, structured process from start to finish.
But what about support after you get the machine? That's a huge question. And this quote is pretty telling. In 4+ years of exporting, over 95% of issues have been resolved remotely. A good manufacturer builds their reputation on this stuff. They offer multi-year warranties and tech support for life. Most of the time, any problem gets fixed with a quick video call.
So, the bottom line is knowing what to look for. This slide makes it easy. It separates the red flags you want to avoid from the green flags you want to see. You're looking for things like a CE certification. That means it meets European safety standards. A clear written warranty, and a history of selling internationally. Things like being named a national high-tech enterprise are huge trust signals. And hey, if they're supplying major international brands, you know they're meeting a very high standard. So, that brings us to the final question. When you combine the massive, ongoing savings in operating costs with a 30 to 40% lower price tag up front, is this the right investment for your business? Really, it's about more than just a new tool. It's a strategic move towards better efficiency, higher quality, and a much healthier bottom line. The real question isn't just about cleaning. It's about whether you can afford not to look into this.